Hello, everyone. I am the Sports Wiz 101, and today I'll be giving you my predictions for Week 1 of the NFL season. So, the NFL set to begin tomorrow night. We'll get things started with our predictions in the AFC. Later on, you will see me picking an upset and me saying that matchup is lock of the week. We'll get to those when we get to them. Starting in the AFC, we have Jaguars and Colts. This to take place in Indianapolis. It'll be the season debut of Anthony Richardson. And if you watched my AFC preview, you would know that I'm fairly high on the Colts. Now, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs or anything, but I tend to think they're going to be pretty decent. That being said, I'm not high enough on the Colts to think that they would knock off the Jaguars week 1. I think they're going to give them a tough fight. But in the end, Jacksonville will pull away and win in Indy. Moving on, it's the Bengals and the Browns set to meet up in Cleveland, and I've got the Browns here. Look, Cleveland has tended to have the number of Joe Burrow, throwing the fact that it seems Burrow will not be at 100% when these two meet up. And it seems to me like it's a bit of a nightmare situation if you're a Bengals fan. I mean, I guess the only way it'd be worse is if you definitely didn't have Burrow or you definitely didn't have Jamar. But yeah, I think the Bengals get off to a slow start once again. They're going to lose to Cleveland in Cleveland. Then we have the Texans and the Ravens. This is my lock of the week. Give me Baltimore. I think Baltimore is a solid playoff team, a legitimate threat in this AFC. The Texans, yeah, they're improving, but to me, they're still like a middling to bad team. They do have C.J. Stroud, who I thought was the best quarterback in the draft this past year, but even then, these rebuilds take some time. I'm not expecting the Texans to be world beaters all of a sudden. I expect Baltimore to blow them out week 1. So there you go. Next up, we got the Raiders and the Broncos. I feel like on paper, these two teams might be fairly even. That being said, I'm taking Denver. That home field advantage probably going to be too much for the Raiders to overcome. Plus, I think that with Sean Payton as the head coach, they should be able to score plenty over the Raiders. Then you have the Dolphins and Chargers. They met up last season. It was Sunday Night Football last year, if you remember. And that one, the Chargers prevailed. I think something similar happens here. I like LA. I just think that for Miami, their best offense might be a Tua to Tyreek or just anything involving the passing game. The Chargers going to do a great job of taking that away and basically forcing Miami to win left-handed. And I don't think Miami will be up to that challenge. I like the Chargers. Then we got the Bills and the Jets. This one's going to be Monday Night Football. It'll be the debut of Aaron Rodgers for the New York Jets. And I like the Bills here. I think the Bills are going to beat the Jets. And this is mostly because I just feel like Aaron Rodgers still needs to build some chemistry with his receiving core. I mean, maybe he'll be doing pretty good with Garrett Wilson. But even then, aside from him, who else could they have for Rodgers to have chemistry with? I just think that Aaron Rodgers being good in New York's going to take a bit of time. That's going to lead to Buffalo getting the win. Then we go to the interconference game, starting with the season opener featuring my Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Detroit Lions. The Chiefs going to be missing a few key players for this game. Chris Jones sounds like his holdout will go through week 1, unfortunately. Charles Omenihu, one of the top free agent acquisitions for the Chiefs, he's been suspended. Then you have Travis Kelce. As of right now, he's still questionable. I'd imagine he's a game-time decision there. But he very well could miss this game due to his hyperextended knee and the bone bruise that resulted from it. And the Lions, they are not a team to sleep on. And honestly, I feel like this game probably similar to a game the Chiefs played a couple years ago against the Browns to start the year. In that game, Cleveland took the lead early on, led for most of the game, made a few mistakes in the second half. The Chiefs took advantage, and the Chiefs won. I think something similar happens here with Detroit. Throw in the fact that the Chiefs have been great with their season openers under Coach Reid. They are 8-1 in season openers since Reid became the head coach. That one loss, by the way, 2014. The 1 year the Chiefs have failed to make the playoffs under Coach Reid. It was also the year where the Chiefs infamously never threw a touchdown pass to a wide receiver. I feel like the trend of the Chiefs winning in the opener continues. I like Kansas City. Next up, we have the 49ers and the Steelers. This one could be a good defensive clash. And I like the 49ers here. I feel like they have the better offense here. I feel like if one of these teams is going to have success throwing the ball, I feel like that might be the 49ers. I feel like if the Steelers are going to have success moving the ball, they're going to have to do it through their rushing attack, and I don't think they're going to be able to run for much against the 49er defense. So give me San Francisco. Then we got the Titans and the Saints. And this, to me, is the biggest toss-up of week 1. Could I see a world where the Saints, quarterbacked by Derek Carr, just dominate the Titans secondary? Absolutely. But I think that it won't be quite that way. I think the Titans will have the ball late, they'll have a chance to win, and they will. Maybe they do it on a touchdown pass to DeAndre Hopkins in his Titan debut. But yeah, my gut is telling me Titans win this one. It is my upset of the week. It is the game where I'm picking the underdog. The biggest underdog I'm picking this week is the Titans as a 3-point dog. Then we got the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the New England Patriots. And in this game, I feel like both teams are probably going to have success running the football. It felt like last year, one of the weaknesses of the Eagle defense was stopping the run, and it really hurt them in the Super Bowl. New England, I feel like where their defense is weak is they are not that good at run stopping teams. I just feel like they're better at pass defense. That being said, I still have the Eagles. I think if one of these teams is able to move the ball through the air, it is probably the Eagles. So I'll take Philly to win that one. On to the NFC games. Cardinals, Commanders. I like Washington. I think this will be a statement game for Eric Bieniemy's offense, quarterbacked by Sam Howell. And I think people will take him seriously after a great start to the season. Carolina and Atlanta. the two teams I view as the two favorites to win the NFC South. And to me, I like Atlanta. I think they will get their skill position players going, especially Bijan Robinson. But the Panthers will keep it close. But in the end, it's going to be an Atlanta victory. Tampa Bay, Minnesota. You got a team who is mostly good on defense versus a team that's mostly good on offense. I feel like I'm taking the better coach and quarterback when I take the Vikings, though. Packers and Bears. A lot of people like the Bears here. Is going to be the first start for Jordan Love as the official starting quarterback of the Packers. Of course, if you don't include his stint when Aaron Rodgers came down with COVID. I just don't trust the Bears that much, so I like the Packers here. So yeah, give me Green Bay. Rams and Seahawks, it came out today that the Rams will not have Cooper Kupp. That is a big blow, especially going to a home crowd like Seattle. I feel like Seattle wins this one pretty convincingly. Then we get to Sunday Night Football. It's the Cowboys and the Giants. NFC East showdown. And to me, the Cowboys are just way too talented for the Giants to overcome. I like Dallas. Then again, I have proven over the past couple years, I am not a fan of the Giants. Maybe I'm underrating them here, but I do think Dallas should be able to get a convincing win over the New York Giants. Well, there you have it. There's my predictions for week 1 of the NFL season. If you like this, please like and subscribe for more to come. I'll be trying to put these out on a weekly basis. And please comment below what your predictions are. Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm wrong in every possible way? Let me know. But until next time, I have been the Sports Wiz 101, and I will see you all later.